Today I'm going to explain how you can build your first email listing using Getresponse. I'm going to explain the whole process throughout this video, step by step, everything that you need to know. For example, how you can set a sequence of messages to send automatically to your subscribers. I'm going to explain how you can do that. Also, how you can build an opt-in page that is effective for you to start capturing some subscribers. And lastly, I'm going to explain 2 ways for you to start sending some traffic to these pages so you can start building your email listing. So let's get started with this video. Hi there, this is John Lexo, and in this video I'm going to explain how you can build your first email listing using Getresponse. This is the platform that I've been using for the past few months. It's a platform that I like a lot. And the reason I like a lot this platform is it is simple for you to use and it's pretty cheap. I mean, you can basically do everything that you want inside of this platform. You don't need to worry, for example, in building a website using WordPress, so you can start building your email listing, nothing like that. You can do everything inside of this platform. And for example, you can build an opt-in page, which I'm going to later explain. This is a page just to start capturing emails so you can start building your listing. Also, I'm going to explain how you can add a sequence of messages that will be sent directly and automatically to your new subscribers, because this is one of the main features of Getresponse. It is their autoresponder, because of course, just imagine every time that you got a new subscriber, you would need to send manually the messages to your subscribers. I mean, that would be very time consuming, and it's certainly something that you don't want to do. Over here you can see the sequence of messages that I already have for my listing prepared for my Kindle publishing listing. It's something that actually didn't take a lot of time for me to build this sequence of messages. Just in a weekly basis, I just go over here and write some messages to send to my subscribers. They have a pretty good rating, open rating, as you can see, open rate. And this is one of the main things when it comes to Getresponse. I'm going to explain how you can use it, and also several other options which I'm going to explain along this video. Anyway, if you still haven't liked this video, you should go right below, click on that thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because why not? I mean, we receive great videos on a weekly basis where I talk about Kindle publishing and several ways for you to make money online. Anyway, I like this platform. I mean, you can get all of this just for $15. I mean, just $15. And not only that, I mean, your first month is completely free. So I'm going to leave also a link right below in the description from this video. Click on that link and start your free trial with Getresponse today. It's a whole month completely free. You can try out their platform, see if you want to continue using it or not. Hopefully so, because it's a pretty good platform. And as you can see, they have a pretty clean interface. The options are clear, easy for you to use. Just go to their website and you can sign up over here for a free account. Just fill in this information. It's pretty straightforward, and create an account with them so you can start using your first month, your 30 days completely free. And yeah, once you've done that, let's go over here to the dashboard area. This is the first page that you will see, or at least you will see something similar, because I already changed around a few of these options. And these are what they call widgets. Okay, widgets it's basically these little boxes that you can move around. It provides some details about several features inside of your account. For example, you can see that this is my listing for Kindle publishing. At the moment, I have 53 subscribers, and it's slowly increasing. It's slowly increasing because I'm using mostly, or actually, I'm just using free traffic for this. I'm building this listing through my YouTube channel. Just people go to my videos. I mention for them to get this free bonus. Actually, you can get this free bonus if you want. The 7-step formula, how to publish your first $300 to $800 book inside of Amazon. Basically, I explain how you can start publishing books inside of Amazon and start making some money online. If you want to get this free guide, once again, you have a link right below. Anyway, yeah, so I'm basically building this list with free traffic, but you also have other sources which I'm going to explain nearly in the end of this video. So you can start building your listing. You can also use paid traffic, which is more, you can build your listing for quicker that way. Anyway, these are widgets, and if you want, you can also add other widgets. Just click on this plus sign and you can see all of the different widgets that you can integrate. It's not something that I pay much attention to, but you may want to add other widgets depending on what you want. And also there's something called their free webinar. I actually didn't take this free webinar. Once I got my GetResponse account, I already had some knowledge about building email listings, so I didn't take their free webinar. They actually have plenty of tutorials inside of their platform explaining the several options that you can find over here. But I recommend for you to check out this free webinar so you can get a better idea of how you can start building your email listing and so on. So it's just free. Why not? Just get their webinar and check it out if you want to, if you like it or not. But yeah, that is the first thing over here. So the first thing that you will need to do is create a particular list. When it comes to a list, I recommend for you to do a different list for each niche. Let's, for example, imagine that you are inside of the diet niche and also inside of let's make money online niche. So these are two different niches, and you should build a listing for each particular niche. So don't put everything together, because people who are looking for information about how to make money online aren't exactly people that are interested in diet. Some of them might be, but it just doesn't make sense for you to make a list for everything. So do a list for each particular niche. And even if you want, you can even do a listing for each particular sub niche, because this listing is about Kindle publishing, even though that is, let's say that the main niche is make money online, and Kindle publishing is a sub niche because it's a way of you doing, or one way of you doing money online. So if you even go down below to sub niches and create a listing for each sub niche, what happens is, of course, you will have less people subscribing to your listing, but the people who subscribe to your listing will be really interested in the content that you will send through your emails. So this is something that you can also do. Now, for you to create your first list, you can see that you have several options on the top section. You just need to click on contacts. So once you go to contacts, you can see there are several listings that I already have available. You will have one already has default, which is created once you actually create your GetResponse account. But I recommend for you to do a new one. You just create over here list. Just click on this button and you can add whatever name that you want. Let's say that this is for the paleo diet. So I want to build a listing for people that like paleo and that are following this diet. So let's say that this is the paleo diet list for beginners list, or diet, let's say put over here for beginners, something like that. Just a name that allows you to easily identify the listing that you have inside of your account, because later on, once you have several listings, it may get a bit confusing. So just create this list just like that, and you can see that it immediately creates a new listing. Now you can go over here, and what you can do is go to settings if you want, so you can configure a bit of the options for your listing. You can give a list name. Let's call it paleo diet for beginners. It's not that important. This is just for you to more easily identify what your listing is. Several tips about the paleo diet. Great. Choose a category. Let's see over here a category that suits well for this. Let's say health. Let's see over here. I guess healthcare is the most suitable one for this. And let's choose over here English as our main language. And let's change this information over. If you want, you can even put a logo, which I'm not going to do. And I'm just going to save general settings, just like this. Nothing special over here. Subscription. Send subscription notification. Okay, what I recommend for you to do here is confirmation page, index search, web subscriptions. I like to use the required additional double opt-in. Oh, okay, I like to use this option over here. Web subscribers. I'm actually going to choose web subscribers for this. I like to have a double opt-in for my autoresponder. This means that once someone opts in to your opt-in page, which is this one, or squeeze page if you want to call it, what happens is they will first receive an email asking them if they actually want to belong to your listing. And once that person says, yes, I want to belong to your listing, then your first email that you have inside of your autoresponder will be sent to your subscriber. Now, the reason I like to do this is because what happens is this kind of avoids you getting fake email addresses. Someone actually went to your landing page over here, or another one that you will later on do, and they actually added a fake email to your listing and so on. And this is a way that you can avoid that kind of situation happening, is having a double opt-in. So you will just get better subscribers once you do that. And this is the message that will be sent to them. It's nothing special. I just use the default one that they have over here. You can actually read it. If you want to, you can even customize this. It's not the big deal. I just use the standard one for this. And once that is done, it's pretty simple. What you need to do is go over here to, let's go actually back to the contacts page, and let's go over here to autoresponders, and let's actually just choose this one. As you can see, Palo Diet for beginners, that is the listing that I created. And once I click this option, you can see that it's empty because I don't have any kind of messages over here. You can see the difference. This is the other one that I have for Kindle publishing. You can see the whole messages inside of my listing, and you can get the delivery. You can see that it was already sent to 60 people who opt into my page. The open rate, that means that once that person received my message, this is the percentage of people that opened my message and probably read. And also the click rate. If you have links inside of your email, this is basically the percentage of people who went to your email and click on that link and went to somewhere else. In most cases, what you want to do is you want people to go to a page like this, or something that looks a bit better. You want people to opt in, and once that person opts in, they will go to the thank you page, which is this one. And actually what you want to do is, in your thank you page, this is something that later on I recommend for you to do. What I recommend for you to do is have a video, or you can even have basically a post telling people what exactly they need to do step by step so they can start receiving your messages. Because sometimes what happens is people opt in, but your messages go to their spam folder. And a way for you to kind of tell people to actually go to their spam folder, check if they receive your message, is by providing information inside of your thank you page. This is something that you can actually do. In my case, I just have a video, basically just an introduction explaining who I am and what people need to do in order for them to start receiving my messages. So this is something I recommend for you to do. The other thing is also for you to prepare a particular bonus. So if I was in the paleo diet niche, I would probably have the, let's say, the 7-step formula for beginners in how you can lose, I don't know, let's say 10 pounds in 21 days following the paleo diet. This is I would even explain, this is a quick guide, quick step-by-step guide. I'm actually going to explain how you can do that. But yeah, I recommend for you to have a bonus. This can be a small 5-7 page ebook that you write belonging to that niche, of course. In this case, that would be about the paleo diet, just giving people some tips, and basically people will receive that small book once they opt into your email newsletter. So this is the sequence of messages, and it's something that doesn't take you much time. If every single week you just go over here and write a few new emails, sooner or later you will have a decent amount of emails inside of your autoresponder. Then you also have newsletter. The difference between autoresponder and newsletter is autoresponder is the messages that will automatically be sent in a sequence depending on which you set your sequence. I mean, it can be on a daily basis that you send automatically a message to your subscribers. You can choose this, or it can be 2 in 2 days, 3 in 3 days, depending on what you want to do. Now, the newsletter is a message. You can actually see that I sent a Christmas newsletter, just basically wishing Merry Christmas to my subscribers. And the difference is the newsletter is sent directly to all of the subscribers that you already have in your listing. For example, if afterwards someone decides to subscribe to your email newsletter, they won't receive this message, because this is a message that is just sent directly to all of the subscribers that you have at the moment inside of your email listing. So basically that is the difference. And sometimes I like to use the newsletter feature, especially for specific days. As you can see, this was for Christmas, and then you have for over here your autoresponder, which is the main feature. So let's go to the paleo diet for beginners listing, and let's create our first autoresponder. What you do is simply click on create autoresponder, and you can set over here a name. Let's say that this is our first message. Actually, I'm going just to put 00. This is just autoresponder name. This is just an identifier, so you can more easily see what this message is inside of your sequence of messages. So this is just an auto identifier. Your subscribers won't be able to see this information. Okay, I'm just going to put 00 because this means that when someone opts into my page, they will automatically receive this message from me, and this message commonly has the bonus. So let's say 00 bonus welcoming message. Okay, so, and I'm actually going make sure that you choose the right listing. It's this one that I want to do, and I like it really depends on the niche over here. When it comes to your first message, I just like to set every single day of the week. Now, when it comes to your second, third, fourth message, I actually like to exclude Saturday and Sunday for those messages, because sometimes people just aren't exactly on their mobile or desktop during those days and so on. So, but for your first message, just set every single day of the week for that. And send message, same time, has sign up. So that means that once someone signs up, they will receive this message, or you can even set with the delay. But for your first message, I recommend for same time sign up, and just create new email. Once you are in this page, what you want to do is you want to head over here. Once again, you just want to give a name to this message. Let's call it bonus welcoming message. Once again, this will not be seen by your subscribers, okay? Then you want to add a subject line, okay? A subject line. So let's call this bonus. I like to put over some brackets because it just makes the message, once that person receives my message, it just makes that person notice your message more with these brackets over here. Get your, and don't, there are several words that you shouldn't include in your title. One of them is free or make money or even amounts of money, let's say $2,000 and so on. Those are the words that you should avoid in your subject line and even inside of your email message, because what happens is if you include those words, your message may end up going to the spam folder. Okay, so let's say that this is get your 5-step guide, paleo guide. Okay, paleo guide. Let's remove the brackets. I think, or the, just get your 5-step paleo guide here. Okay, let's just do that. And from Jordan Alexa, okay, everything is right. And let's continue. You can select between one of the many templates that they have over here. When it comes to this, I like to keep it very clean, very simple, nothing too complicated, but it's really up to you what you want to do with it. It's really up to you. This one is pretty simple, and I'm going to use this one. It seems simple, nothing special here. And you can use one of the predefined message templates over here. You can change you can include your logo, you can do a lot of things. I'm going to exclude, as you can see, once I select one of these areas, you can see that I can delete, I can move things around if I want, just like this. And in this case, I can copy it or save snipe it. I can add a new column. And I'm just going to delete this because I don't want it. If you want, you can include a different image over here. You just basically click on this section and you can go over here, insert, edit image, and you can include something else if you want. They also have a few images inside of their stock if you want to use them. Let's put this one because everyone seems pretty healthy, and for some reason it's not working that well, but I'm actually going to kind of try to delete this over here, which, okay, let's put actually an image block on the top section. I'm going to also basically delete this over here and just do this. And I'm going to add an image, just like that. Okay, this looks quite good. You can increase the sizing a bit if you want, and so on. Okay, everyone looks healthy over here because they are following the paleo diet. And I'm going to exclude the name because I don't know if my subscriber is called John or whatever. And I'm going to also delete everything over here, just like this. Keep it very, very simple. Okay, hello John. Thanks for signing up. And this is bold, but I'm going to later on. Thanks for signing up. If you want, you can also change the font family over here on the top section. As you can see, warm welcome. Your life is about to change. In this email, you have your bonus. All you need to do is click here. And actually, I'm going to just do this. So what you want to do is you want to have a bonus prepared. This can be a short free guide, which I recommend for you to do just a 5-step or a 5-page, a 7-page quick guide that you will send to your subscribers. And if you want, you can download or upload this to your Dropbox. And what you need to do then is grab the link that you get from your Dropbox. And what you want to do is go over here where you click here. Actually, I'm going to remove this from bold. And I'm going to increase the sizing a bit here so it's more visible. And I'm going to put in the middle, just like this, so people can just catches people attention. So you want to send some messages to your subscriber. The first what I recommend for you to do is just keep it casual. The conversation inside of your emails, don't complicate too much. Just keep it just casual. And over here, I recommend for you to add a call to action, just a clicker, which is normally the clicker is, it seems to be the wording that works the best when it comes to a call to action. And then you want to add that Dropbox link, okay, to your bonus. So you insert and edit link, and you just add over here a link to your bonus. Okay, this would be your link to your bonus, so people could get your link. And then you would put something else over here. Let's say let's put over here some tests again, just like this. And actually, I need to probably increase the sizing below. Just like this, 20, and remove bold once again. Let's say if you have any question, feel free. Actually, I shouldn't put over here. Just whatever you want to put over here. I mean, it's not a big deal. The first message is basically just to send your free bonus to your subscribers, something like that. Simple. Just you want to put a bit more conversation inside of your message, but for your first message, it doesn't need to be a lot. As you can see, you have other widgets or blocks that you can include inside of your message body. Okay, so in this case, this is how mine looks at the moment, but you can add other ones. You can add, for example, image and test block, test and image block. You can check it around and just see what you want to add over here. A small short line. This is something that you may want to actually add. Visit blog. You just add over here your links and change this. You just click on it and you can add your own link if you have a blog for this, and so on. So this is what you can do for this. And if you want, you can add a social sharing buttons. You just need to drag and drop wherever you want, just like this. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And also there are some buttons, but I like to, I just prefer to use for this, I just prefer to use a link, this link rather than a button. Okay, it's just more simple. It seems to be more effective. Okay, so once you have your first message done, if you want, you can save it as draft, but if you want to immediately add it to your autoresponder, just press next step, and then you just go over here right below, save and publish. So there you go. You have your first message inside of your autoresponder. When it comes to setting a newsletter, the interface is pretty much the same one, so I'm not going to explain that. But then what you want to do is continue. You want to add another message. Just create autoresponder, add another message. Let's say this is the second message. Okay, and once again, you want to select the right listing for this. And if you want, you can exclude for your second message Saturday and Sunday, especially if those are days that usually people inside of your niche, because this kind of changes between niche to niche. But if you know inside of your niche, people don't often open or go to their email inbox during Saturday and Sunday, then I recommend for you to exclude it, because that way you won't send messages to people that simply won't read it during those days. And for this, if you want, you can add a small delay so it will seem more organic, just a delay of an hour. That means that this person will receive this message after the hour that, after 1 hour that they actually originally subscribed to your email newsletter. So this makes your email seem more organic. And now you can go over here right below, choose message, and if you want to make this faster, you can use the template of your other message over here, and this just makes the process a lot faster. And you go over here, you change this information, change it, not second message over here, second message, okay? And yeah, you just do this, and basically you build your autoresponder this way. Pretty simple. Same options again. You probably want to change a few things around. You probably even exclude this. Of course, you want to probably had some tips over here. Hey there. It is going to be great. I'm about to hey. 5 secrets. Put the paleo, something like that. And then you, let's say that you do point 1, secret 2, secret 3, just offering some tips and so on. And along your emails, then you can also promote related products to your niche, okay? That is what you should do. So this is like the second message inside of my sequence. And basically this is what you do. You just continue until you have a nice sequence of messages. Now what you want to do is actually have a page where you can start capturing leads or email addresses or whatever you want to call it. A page like this one or something else. So for you to do that, you go to this link here and you create a landing page. You can also create an opt-in box. If you have a website, you can also create an opt-in box, which later I'm going to explain. Actually going to explain this next. And you can actually also create an opt-in box. In this case, you want to create a landing page. So you click on this option here. Okay, once again, you can see that you have plenty of different pages, templates that you can use, all pre-made, all looking nice, looking far more professional than the one that I actually did. And you can choose one of these templates if you prefer, or if you want, you can even start a blank one and then do pretty much what you want. Let's see if I can find one for the actually I'm going over here and I'm going to first select, let's see, sign up and registration, because they have different types of templates for other things. And by clicking this category, I just get the ones that are actually for opt-in. So I'm going to use this one because it looks like something for the paleo diet. Let's call this paleo diet for beginners. And also this is a thank you page, and press next. Once again, every single option that they have inside of Getresponse is pretty much this drag and drop system that you can use, and it is pretty simple for you to use. I'm going to actually exclude some stuff over here because there's a lot of stuff here which I just don't want to use. Just keep I like to keep my opt-in pages really clean, really simple. Actually, I'm going to remove this. Okay, this is basically, this would be my opt-in page. Really simple, nothing confusing, and you can change this image if you want. You can see over here the image where it is. If you want, you can also change the image. It's actually over here, background image. I'm not going to remove this image, but you can add a new image if you want, just by, as you saw, the only thing that I did was I click on this box where I have my image. You can see that you can go to the background image, click on this option, and click on another image. But I'm going to leave this one because it looks pretty good. And of course, you want to change this information. Once again, you have boxes nearly for everything. You probably want to change this logo to something else because you don't want to have this logo. And I'm going to add over here my first line. So let's, actually I'm going to duplicate this over here. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to add another box over here. Okay, so I'm going to add another box, and pretty much I'm going to just copy this and paste over here. Let's put over here, just copy and paste it just like this. Let's make this bold so it's more visible. And like any text editor, I mean, if you already used any kind of text editor, the options are pretty similar, as you may see, and you can just move it around just like this to center things a bit better. And I'm going to reduce the sizing a bit. 100% free guide. And let's just grab this, let's say the 5-step formula. Let's call this the 5-step formula, and make this bold. And probably add another color over here, because otherwise everything looks pretty similar. Let's see another color, something. It seems kind of ugly, this one, but let's try this one. Oh, actually it didn't change. Let's try it. Yeah, that looks ugly. Okay, let's try another thing. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Probably a bit brighter. Just a bit brighter here. Just like that. Okay, that looks a bit better. 100% free guide, download. This 5-step formula. Let's call this 5-step formula. How to lose 15 pounds. This always works, this type of titles. I mean, you want, when it comes to an opt-in page, an effective opt-in page should have a very specific and detailed information about exactly the free bonus that person will receive. And I like to use numbers when it comes to my opt-in pages. As you can see, it provides over here how to publish your first $300 to $800 book inside of Amazon. Actually, I didn't put over here inside of Amazon. But it provides very exact information about the type of bonus that person will receive. And you can basically use the same template over here for your opt-in page. Just, of course, don't use exactly the same wording that I have inside of this page. But you can use the same idea and just change the words around in how to lose 15 pounds in, let's say 21 days. Without doing exercise, because everyone wants to lose weight without actually doing exercise. So yeah, this is the paleo diet. How to lose 15 pounds with the paleo diet. Let's actually remove this line. In the paleo diet, how to lose 15 pounds in 20 days with the paleo diet. The paleo diet, following the paleo diet. Following the paleo diet. Something like that, okay. And increase this a bit, just like that. Extend a bit, just like that. And just put over here on the top section. As you can see, once I move things around, it allows me to very easily center everything. And I'm going to copy this line also. And duplicate this, and just put this line right below. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, and it works for all sorts of, this template works for all sorts of different niches. And we're just going to put this right below. Just move this box a bit on the top section, and I'm going to increase the sizing for this button. Actually, I'm having a hard time over here moving things around, so I'm just going to do this, and just this and this. Okay, that looks good. Actually looks good. Probably the symbol looks better. Yeah, and this button doesn't look that good. It's a button that you need to change the color. When it comes to having a call to action, which is this button in this case, what I recommend for you to do is do it really big, visible, and ugly. Okay, like this. And when it comes to the number of fields, I recommend for you to keep it really simple. If you don't need to ask that person's name, then don't ask it, because the less fields that a particular opt-in page has, the more effective it becomes. In this case, if you only need to ask that person's email address, then only ask that person's email address and nothing else. And in this case, the button is not that good, because let's call it get my free guide now. This is a good call to action. Get my free guide now, because everyone wants to get things immediately. They don't want to waste time. Or you can even put download my free guide, or download now, or whatever. And button color is what I recommend for you to change. Put something that is really visible. You can see the difference immediately. Okay, this is yellow. What you want to have is a button with a color which you don't have in your page, because that will make it contrast with your page a lot more. And in this case, this is a yellow button, and below you can see that it's yellow also, so it's not very contrasting. So what I'm going to do is just select this button and change it to green. Just like that, because green is the color of health normally, and you can see that it's immediately a lot more visible. And what I could probably even do is just change this to a darker color over here, as you can see. And if you don't need this information right below, just delete it, because it's probably not needed. But if you want, you can also change the font color to something else, just like this. Actually, I didn't change it, but just like this, and change things around, whatever. And you can put over here more information, whatever. And I'm going to delete this. I'm actually going to delete everything over here. It's not a big deal. I'm going to increase this a bit, or probably not. Let me see. Let's actually try to change this image a bit. I think I can go more below. Let's actually try to increase this a bit here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Actually, I want to capture that girl's smile, because she has a beautiful smile, and that always helps for people to actually opt in more over here. Let's see if I can actually change things around, which I'm having quite a hard time over here for some reason. As you can see, sometimes not everything goes well when I'm doing this live. Oh gosh. Just okay, something like that. Actually, I'm having a hard time here. For some reason, I'm not being able to line things the way that I want. Okay, let's put it like this. Just, and my box is going more like this, and la. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. And the reason I actually had it over here, this is the footer section. I had it a black footer section, is because it just makes the button even more visible. And as you can see, once again, you have several blocks that you can add. It's pretty much the similar thing that you saw before. You can drag and drop whatever you want. Add images, add a button, whatever over here. And pretty much you can also have this. This is for a video, which is also very effective. And if you want, you can also include over here some social media buttons, whatever. And that is pretty much what you can do here. You can also, actually I'm not going to do that. Then you want to also go to your thank you page, which is this one, and you want to change things around. In my case, I actually did a small video just explaining the steps that people need to take in order for them to receive my messages. But yeah, this is pretty much the same thing as I already showed to you before. You just go over here and change around things the way that you want. And actually, I didn't want to do that. And yeah, I'm actually just going to do this. And what you want to do is you want to offer some steps. So step 1, go to your, let's say go to your email inbox. Step 2, check your spam folder. Step 3, do this. Okay, I recommend for you to provide some instructions about what people need to do in order for them to get your free bonus, their free bonus, because not everyone is computer savvy. They don't exactly know what they need to do. They don't remember that probably their message went to their spam folder. So providing some brief instructions will actually improve your open rate for your first messages. Okay, so this is what you can do over here. This is for your landing page. This doesn't look exactly ideal, but you would need to change things around a bit and so on. And now you just go over here to settings and see if everything is looking good. And yeah, it's looking good. You can do a preview just to get an idea of how it will look like on someone's browser, just like this. It looks pretty good in small cell phone. Okay, that looks good. And then you just press next step. Actually, for some reason this is here. Yes, proceed with a mobile version, because you can actually configure, you can pretty much configure a new page just for the mobile version, which I'm not going to do now, but I guess you get a good idea of what you need to do here. Okay, so over here, it's not pretty much, this is not important over here, SEO details. You probably want just to have a page title. I mean, this is for search engine optimization, or in other words, for you to receive Google traffic to this landing page and so on. But these pages simply don't rank well inside of Google, and it won't receive free traffic from Google. You don't need to actually index this. You can choose a different URL for this page. Let's say Paleo Diet for Beginners. And yeah, let's subscribe me now. Yeah, that looks good. And then what you want to do is make sure that you choose the right listing. That means that once someone opts into this page, they will go to the right sequence of messages that you made for that particular listing. And day of cycle, I'm going to start 0 because, as you can see, I already have 2 different messages here. And I'm going to use the default thank you page and just publish it, and that it. There you go. Yeah, pretty much. And I already have a landing page, but so I actually would need to upgrade my account so I could have another landing page. But in this case, you pretty much, if this is your new account, then you can actually create this landing page, and that is pretty much all that you need to do for this landing page. I actually need to upgrade my account for another page, which I'm not going to do because I don't need to do that now. But now let's just go over here and talk about another thing, which is creating an opt-in form, which is over here, this option. So you go to the previous, you can see the several opt-in forms. This is just in case you have a website and you want to have an opt-in form inside of your website. You can use this option. If you don't have a website, you don't actually need to pay much attention to this. But if you have a website and you want people to go to your website and opt in, just create a form for this. Okay, once again, you have several templates here that you can choose from, and I'm actually going to choose one that is good for the palette. That, let's say this one over here looks good. And yeah, what you basically need to do is copy paste the same information that you already had it over here. Let's say this one, 100% free guide, you put over here just like that. Try to do your best to, actually this is way too big, so I'm going to decrease the sizing a bit. You may want to change the font family. Once again, pretty much the same thing, okay? You might want to exclude this field over here and probably just put over here just like this. You can also change the colors. It depends on your website, the colors in your website. You might want to change this, but let's just do this really fast because it's probably an option that you won't need to use. I mean, if you have a website, if you don't have a website, then it's an option that you probably won't need to use. So let's just do this fast. Try to align this in the center. Go over here, copy and paste it, just like this, and just like that, something like that. Decrease the sizing a bit. Once again, it's way too big, just like that. And basically, that is what you do over here. I'm not going to go through all of the different fields here. Actually, I'm not going to go through all of the different fields. Once again, it's pretty much similar to which I already showed to you before. You select each option, get my free guide. This font is just terrible. I'm going to change this. It's really hard for people to see this. Yeah, and that looks a bit better. You can change the colors of your button. As you can see, once I select the button, over here, double click on it, you can change the color to something else that better adjusts to the color of your website. Over means that when someone overs this button, what is the color that you want to appear? So it can be red or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is an opt-in box. This is ideal if you want to add a box to your website. And just go over here and make sure that you are selecting. So what I did is, once you are here and you have already configured the several options, what you want to do is go to this small settings wheel, click on it, and make sure that you select the right listing, which is this one, Paleo Diet for Beginners. Okay, see if everything is right here, and then you just press save and save and publish. Save and publish. You get this small script, and actually let's go over here to my website, do this really quickly. Let's go over here to my website, and what you can do is you go to your website, and actually I'm going to create over here, let's sign up. I probably missed something here. Okay, sign up, and basically you can have this to the sidebar section of your website. You just need to copy this coding here and just integrate it. Actually, I have a comment over here, but I'm going to check it later. You can go to, if you have a WordPress website, of course, you can go to the widgets section. You can add this coding to your sidebar section. All you need to do is just add a test widget to your sidebar area, which is where it is, test widget. It's this one. You just add it over here to your sidebar section, and you just paste this coding over on the test section. On the test tab, you just paste this coding over here. Or if you want, you can also add to a particular post. Once again, you go to add new post, and it's pretty similar. What you need to do, you just need to copy and paste this particular coding to the test tab. Make sure that you have the test tab selected and not the visual tab. Okay, and let's actually do a preview here just so you can get a better idea of how this looks like. I think it will work. Yeah. Okay, so I have over here a box. So this is how you can actually add this to your website. Nothing special here. Now let's talk about several ways that you can start sending some traffic to your opt-in page, because this is, I mean, after you've done everything, after you have your a couple of messages to your autoresponder, you have a nice looking squeeze page or opt-in page. Now what you need to do in order for you to get some subscribers, so you need to start sending traffic to this page. The two easiest ways for you to do this is, the first one is if you already have a YouTube channel or any way for you to start sending some free traffic. What you can do is start mentioning your URL or the opt-in page URL that you have for this page, or for, in your case, for your page. You start promoting that URL to the people that belong to your YouTube channel, or your subscribers from your YouTube channel. Or if you have a Facebook fan page, you can do pretty much the same thing. Or if you have a blog, you can also promote along your posts for people to opt in, or you can even have an opt-in box inside of your blog so people will start opting in. Now, when it comes to free traffic, the problem of free traffic is it is very slow for you to build your email listing. It is slow, and you really need to be very patient. But it is a great way for you to build your email listing, and eventually you will have quite a decent amount of subscribers. Now the other way is with paid traffic. The most effective way is using a website called udemy.com, where you can actually buy what they called solo ads. Okay, solo ads is basically you go to this website, you sign up, and what you do is you buy a solo ad from someone who already has an email listing belonging to the same niche of yours or of your listing. Okay, so if you are in the, let's say, the paleo niche, then you want to make sure that you get an email listing from someone else that is inside, at least inside of the weight loss niche. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense. What basically is a solo ad is you purchase clicks from someone who already has a big email listing. You purchase clicks from that person. You basically tell that person, look, I want to get 100 clicks from the people who already belong to your email listing, and that person that has that listing will send an email to his subscribers promoting the link that you want, and then you will get a number of clicks to this page over here. So to your opt-in page, make sure that it's to your opt-in page. And basically what happens is you will pass some subscribers from that email listing to yours, and that is a great way for you to build your email listing. I like solo ads because first, they aren't very expensive, and second, it is a faster way for you to build your email listing, because I mean, with free traffic it is a slow process, but it's a way that you can also do is with free traffic. So this is what I recommend for you to do. You can use either one or the other option. Actually, solo ads is probably one of the best ways when it comes to this, because it is not very expensive, okay? Because there are other ways, but it's far more expensive. For example, using Facebook ads. I mean, that is very expensive. And if you don't know what you are doing, you will lose quite a lot of money. Okay, that is all for GetResponse. This has been a huge guide where I talked about everything that you need to know about GetResponse so you can get started with your first email listing. If you still haven't liked this video, go right below, click on that like button. Also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click that subscribe button, and also on that notification bell so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you plenty of tips related to Kindle publishing and several ways for you to make money online. Stay there, stay tuned with Jordan Alexo, and bye.